He just said live in 30 seconds.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the RH podcast. And usually I'm the co-host, but I guess tonight we are missing someone very important. We've been wondering where he's been all day. Does anyone know where Stubbs is or where he's gone? But in any case, I'm Rob, the Retro Tech Dad. I guess I'll be your host tonight. And I'm joined by Ban from Ban's Unboxing and the beautiful Andrew as well. So, man, you know where Stubbs is? Have we... Well, he left some coordinates of... Have we actually looked up where those coordinates are? Do we know where that ends up?
From what I know, it's just in the middle of the forest, somewhere in, like, Oregon. I think I bet you he's probably gotten himself lost.
Haggard has me tied up, says I owe him money for the fish fix. Seriously, I won't be there in time. I'm in danger. Keep the audience entertained. He's coming back. My family escaped safely. Oh, Rob knows what to do. Rob does not know what to do. Yeah. I'm literally just we're just going with it here, guys.
Stubbs knows what to do though. He says it himself. Working on Game of the Week. Don't worry, Lolamal.
So I guess Stubbs is in fine health.
Stubbs is in fine health. He'll be. Yeah, he's in fine. Oh, I get it.
Oh,
it's his electrician.
Oh, that's why. Because he never could get his name right. Oh no.
He's being chased down by Tyrone.
Speaking of oh no.
That shirt got to you like super quickly, didn't it?
It did. It got to me in only a week, which is impressive. Definitely good stuff. Yeah, RH shop. Check it out, guys. It's good stuff. And I will say that we have a packed show tonight. I mean, you know, it's amazing. It's Memorial Day here for us Yanks in the U.S., but the news doesn't stop flowing, and we've got a whole bunch of stuff. Anbernic's dropping a new handheld, of course. Didn't realize it until later on later in the afternoon. I was like, okay. The 35XX PRO. We've got MagicX with some launch news. The 34XX SP, which just was announced 2 weeks ago with some screen drama, I guess. Abxylute is making another handheld, and Xbox GamePass just keeps the games coming. So we got a lot of stuff tonight, guys. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah, it's kind of. It feels like a lot of it just hit like today specifically.
Yeah, why is it always Mondays?
Oh.
I
see an
Butts.
Arm. There's an arm.
Why is it red?
Subuts? What the heck?
He's not.
What the heck?
He's in fine health, guys. Look. Rob, he made you do the intro just for this.
Fantastic. Looking good there, Stubbs.
This is the this is the opposite of how I showed up last week.
Use sign language. I understand it.
I don't think he does.
Yes, Kyle, this is your brain on handheld.
Oh, he needs a moment. I guess we're just watching him struggle to get back in.
Okay. Hey, you hear me? Rob, are you there?
Hello, Stubbs.
Rob, can you hear me?
I'm happy that you're in fine health. You look like you're in fine health.
I'm good. Yeah, are you good over there? Everything's good. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir.
All right.
Looks
Let's
like
see.
you've
Read the
been
show.
through some things here.
Well, yeah. It's been a week, or it's been a weekend rather. So I'm back from camping. My family's good. I'm good. How are you guys doing?
It's been a weekend for me as well, but
What's new in the handheld world there?
Did you miss out on everything today?
I have not had time. Well, I literally got back from the forest just now, so I don't know what's going on in the news. Oh, we set the show up Friday early this week. Rob and you and I recorded an offline episode on Friday night, and then I absconded, and then my family and I had a beautiful time going camping this weekend, dude. It was great. Unfortunately, Tobias showed up, and I was like, "Oh man, it's so crazy! You're camping, I'm camping," and he was like, "We need to talk."
Who's Tobias?
My electrician, and he was a little upset. Like at first, I thought like he was joking with me. I was like, "Ah, you know how friends are." It turns out he's not a huge fan. He's been watching the show. He's upset that I can't get his name right. He also says I apparently owe him money for fixing the fish in my walls. Like I didn't know that you needed to pay for these services. I thought it was kind of like a we got you, like kind of a fist bump arrangement. And
wait, you didn't pay your electrician?
I figured like he'd be cool, like we could get there. First I got to deal with some handheld stuff. I got some other problems, so. But I'm here to talk with the news. All right, guys. So I like your shirt, Rob. That's great. Okay, so what's new in the news this week? So MagicX 40 launched. That's great. The SP is here. There's some screen drama we got to talk about. Abxylute's making a PC handheld. And apparently Zoo's going to be talking about Game of the Month May tonight. And we might even do a few unboxings.
I'm ready to put Patapon behind us.
Yeah.
Us behind everyone. I will put Patapon somewhere far, far behind.
Yeah. Jesus. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a mess.
Guys,
Anyways.
He did not put that leaf in there just for show, guys.
Yeah, well, Anyways, I told Trevelyan after he captured me, I said, look that way, and I ran the other direction as fast as I could. And I flew, on a magical kite made of dreams and RG35XX handhelds. And I floated back here, so I'm good, man. But we got a show to run. We are a professional podcast after all. Thank you, Rob, for your hosting duties.
Of course, I mean, we didn't have a contingency plan in place for if you were to disappear on us. We know Zoo runs the whole show, but what do we do if we lose you, So we kind of scrambled.
Yeah. Wait, are we live already?
Oh yeah, we're live.
Yeah, we've been live.
Okay, let me just do my hair.
That looks good.
Okay,
looking good.
Okay, all right. Get settled in here. Okay, all right. Now let's dig into it. All right, starting off the news today, it looks like Anbernic is releasing a new hand. I just went on 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
There it is.
2 days ago. A Pro?
So,
35XX? What is this?
The Anbernic RG35XX PRO. They just put out the announcement video this morning. And I don't know about anyone else who's seen the video, but doesn't it look oddly familiar?
Yes.
If you pull it up.
Yes. Yes.
As far as we know, it's the same 3.5-inch screen, but this time they've put 2 sticks on it. More than likely it's going to be the H700, and there's 3 colors this time: black, white, and I think did they call it teal? Transparent teal.
Yep,
there
it is. Yep.
Dang, okay. I like that colorway. So, guys, this looks exactly like the G350 is what it looks like.
I'm sure it is the G350.
Is it just the G350?
I
2
mean-
gigs of RAM, maybe? Is that what we're
Oh.
thinking?
I bet you any other H700 they come out with is probably gonna have 2 gigs.
Okay.
I mean that's just speculation, but especially if they're calling it Pro.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
That's
but they didn't call the 34XX SP Pro.
I love the country music. But yeah, they didn't call the 34XX a Pro either.
so
now
what
you-
makes it a Pro?
The Wi-Fi and Bluetooth.
Okay. And maybe again 2 gigabytes of RAM if we've seen that with the 35XX SP,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Alright.
But yeah, black, white, and then that transparent tealish blue color.
Yeah, I like that blue a lot. But the black looks sleek. It's just all black. I like that.
Yeah, I remember someone mentioned that they were like happy to have those solid colors because it covers up the empty PCB at the bottom.
Really? Okay. Well, that's interesting. I mean, again, this looks exactly like a G350, but it's not an RK3326. And the chipset looks like on this article, it's unknown. When was this announced?
Today.
Just today.
Just today.
They got to be running out. Okay, they got to have a stockpile of shells from that G350 that their friend launched. I'm sure they're putting an H700 in here, and they're just gonna release this in a week from now, and we're gonna be talking all about this. I haven't even finished the SP review. I just gotta say that. That's the one thing I have to say today.
That's what I'm saying. It's just 2 weeks.
Is it too?
It's been like 2
But
weeks.
on the other hand, though, Rob, Anbernic is back in their old groove from last year. Like now we're getting back in that rhythm, right?
I hope it's not a bi-weekly rhythm. That's pretty fast.
Yeah, it's a little crazy. Andrew, how are you doing, by the way? You good? I like your RH sweatshirt there. That's cool. Rob, you have your Oh No. This is very good. And we don't have producer Sony today. So we're running our own production.
So we apologize in advance for all the technical difficulties that will assuredly happen.
Well, I feel like 1 or 2 has already happened, but we'll get there. We'll get
As you don't say.
All right, so Anbernic has a new handheld. All right, low-end budget stuff, good times. Also, I was hearing, I like something in the wind was whispering to me that maybe even Abxylute was working on something.
Yes, I'm kind of surprised by that as well. They kind of came out of nowhere for that one, and I saw that kind of snuck in there as well.
Yeah, they're releasing what, a PC handheld? Is that what I saw?
Yes.
So Rob, you're the Abxylute guy in the group. Like, what do you know about this? Do you have any insider
Nothing. I had no
knowledge
nothing about
bombs?
this.
All right.
I didn't even know it was happening. Yeah. I'm
This is
gonna reach
crazy.
out to them just because I'm curious to see what they have
Alright.
planned, but nothing. It's just a teaser. There's no other information about it. They just said PC handheld coming.
All right, that's fair. And as wrapping things up on this 35XX SP as well, like I do like the green colorway. It's kind of a strange green. The black is very safe, but they should do okay there. And what was the other colorway? There was a
White, black, and then
The white.
the teal. Yeah.
the white's probably the best looking, honestly. Just that clean
Reminds me
aesthetic.
of my 40XX that I have.
The green actually looks like a custom dye job that maybe Roof Pooper would have done for us last year for the old SP or the old the Plus model. Where'd band go?
Why is this
What's
bothers
going
me
on
so much
today?
that they keep showing Black Myth Wukong as like streaming on these handhelds?
Yeah, it's running it natively, right?
I hate that. It's not a device I would use for streaming, you know.
Well, yeah. I got to get my thoughts together on this one. This is too new. I'm scared. I'm concerned. I'm excited, honestly. I mean, the 35XX, it's what I brought camping, you know? One of my favorites of all time, the original. I hope this kind of goes back to those roots a bit, but simple, but it will have Wi-Fi, will have Bluetooth. So that's good. But seriously, man, I brought my 35XX OG. I brought my Retroid Pocket Flip 2, and what was the third one? Oh, and the new 35XX SP on the trip.
3.4.
34XX. I can't talk. I'm a little flustered. Yeah. So I brought those 3, and I actually got through some of the game of the week, like the Lamborghini. What is it? Lamborghini Challenge in Japan. It's called Crazy Cars 3.
I'm kind of excited that that's game of the week. I'm probably going to give that a shot.
I thought of you guys. I'm like, oh, it's a racing game. I actually had a text Rapid before I left because it was being announced on Saturday and I was leaving Friday. I was like, hey, man, can you give me a heads up on what the game's going to be so I can knock it out over the weekend? He told me, and I was like, well, I've never even heard of this game. This is crazy. I did not start it, though, and officially, until everyone else did. So I didn't Kevin this one. You can trust me on that.
I doubt it.
So
Yeah, I doubt it.
How far did you
We're
get,
done.
Stubbs?
I'm in Division 3 on it, which is, I think, towards the end of the game. It's a brutal game, actually, especially in the later stages. Like, you have to bet money, and if you don't have enough money to enter the next race, then you're going to sell your Lamborghini, and it's a big drama, and the game's over. And so you have to really carefully manage your money, manage your car parts, and then also make sure you bet enough money so you can win extra if you win the race. But you have to bet on yourself that you're going to get, first, second, or third. So it's kind of a stressful game, but for an SNES game, it's kind of awesome at the same time, even though it's like Dark Souls hard for me. Also worked on a little bit of Pokemon Ruby for GBA. And I'm like, I still to this day cannot really get huge into a Pokemon game. I'm trying though. I'm attempting it. And then also played a bit of, Link's Awakening. I was trying to make it work on the Switch version, but
Ooh, are you gonna be able to finish it in time?
I don't know. We'll see, man. I tried Citron, I tried Sudachi, and every version of, even on Skyline, Link's Awakening, like the background of the game just
there's specific
turns on and
fixes
off.
for that game. That game has
There are
very specific fixes. Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing on the Flip 2, and it was running at full speed, but yeah, there was a bunch of graphical glitches, so I'll have to try some of those patches.
I had to
Also,
use Yuzu. I couldn't get anything else to work.
Really?
with Yuzu.
okay, I'll have to try Yuzu. Also, you know what else I was playing? Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remake for Switch on the Flip 2, and it was running almost a consistent 30 FPS if I under-resed to 0.75, and that blew my mind, and I got through most of Tony Hawk 1 on that this weekend, so that was fun. Until the whole, electrician kerfuffle. I promised him I'll get his name right from here on out, so he said, as long as I pay him, I get his name right, he's
What
not
is the
going
name,
to track me
Stubbs?
down. Sorry, I need to not mess it up. I'm pretty sure, 100% sure it's Tanner. So, that's not all.
Just ignore me. Just go.
It's fine. No, you go. You go first.
We want to hear from you, Andrew.
We would
It's
do.
not Tanner.
I like. If it's not Tanner, then he'll come to my house and drag me out of here, back to the woods. So, I really hope it's Tanner.
I don't think it's Tanner.
Well, we'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll see who's right. We'll see who's wrong. We'll see who's. I still have this stuff on my face.
It's
I
kind of
see
crazy
without my
because
glasses.
we were still kind of in the thick of it with the 34XX SP.
Right.
With all the stuff that was going on this past week, and it's like, I don't understand. I think Anbernic did this to kind of move past that issue, which wasn't really an issue. But yeah, did you hear about the Stubbs of the whole thing with it not being a 4:3 screen, being a 4:3 screen, and then kind of going back and forth?
Yeah, so the drama here, as I understand it, is, so the Fox released his findings basically saying, hey, it's not a true 4:3 screen. There's extra, the forehead is hiding hidden screen, a secret screen. There's extra screen real estate, and that's why the forehead is so big. And I always thought it was to hide extra magnets, so it would have a really good clasp mechanism. But the Fox had compelling evidence, and Russ talked about it a bit in his video. And then the last thing I saw before my torture trip that I went on was that it was all a big nothing burger, basically. The Fox released another video, right, over the weekend. I saw this where he's saying, hey, LOL JK, it's all good. I was wrong. It actually is a 3:2 aspect ratio screen. Either way, It is pixel perfect. He showed with a very intense microscope that it's all good here. And then even Anbernic themselves said, hey, no. And Max Zhao took apart the SP, showed beneath the Forehead, and showed that, yeah, there is a little extra screen here, right there, yeah. Yep. But it's still a 3x2, what is it, 720 by 480?
480, yep.
Display. Mm-hmm. So there's no problem here. And so the Fox did a retraction.
He did.
And
he had a foul video today, I believe, go up.
Yeah, and so like no harm, no foul. But at first I really thought it was going to be an RP Mini situation. In the Discord, I could just sense like maybe there was going to be this huge backlash, but really it wasn't a big thing. I think because, even though there was this potential wrong screen, it didn't have unbalanced pixels, there weren't shader issues, and so the backlash was kind of limited to like maybe 3 or 4 people who were like, no, this is crap, this, I can't believe they would do this. This is retro all over again. They lied to us, all this stuff. But it ended up being just a big nothing in the end, and it was this whole thing that flustered up, for a couple of days, and now it's died back down. I almost forgot about it really this weekend. So
same. Once you get into gameplay, it doesn't really bother me all that much.
Yeah,
I think some colors handle it better. Like again, that indigo one, I think you just don't really notice it, but it's.
Well, I figured
a looking screen.
I was questioning my own reviewer skills because I was doing the live stream for the SP before I left. And, I'm looking at there up close with shaders on, and I'm not seeing any issues. And I'm like, man, did I just not see it? And it's because really, yeah, there were no issues in this instance. The other question was, is it actually a 32 or 3300 milliamp hour battery? It turns out it might have been reporting wrong for the Fox, and so we're not sure about that still. Although Anbernic has never reported the wrong battery size. Or they've never given us the wrong battery size in the end. So
right.
I think it's, I think it's a little bit, I don't know. I think our community is so reactive these days, and they're so ready for the next like little thing to blow up. We're sensitive to these issues.
I
know, wondering like
Fox was he was upset about being wrong, I guess, or not even wrong. He was just upset about it because he really does pride himself on being factual and truthful with his information. So I know it bummed him out a little bit because sometimes it happens. I mean, it slips. It's not it's an honest mistake, really.
Yeah, and I don't think he has to be concerned there. He has been the guy who's been reliable time and time again. He had one slip up here, and he really, says he's true to his word. Trust is, something that he takes very seriously. And so he put out a apology video, and
he did,
but I was telling him before, I don't think people are going to be distrusting him after this. It was more like, here's one little hiccup in a long road of successful reporting on things, and usually his instincts serve him well, and he went after something he thought was a big thing that he was uncovering, and it turns out, all right, it's whatever. And I think people just let it go.
Been in the space for more than a decade. I mean, really,
right.
He's such an important part of the community,
Yeah, I was like, all right, you get that one wrong. That'll happen. I get things wrong all the time, like on a weekly basis. So like that's, I want to say like everything I say is perfect. I'm 100% on the money all the time. But even this stream here, I think I've said 35XX SP multiple times. So
it's bound to happen.
You do your best and you correct yourself when you can. But I'm not feeling any shade towards the Fox in this instance.
No,
or really Anbernic. It was sort of like a mistake in general, right? So.
Nope, and Anbernic responded pretty quickly as well, and said like, no, it is a 3.2 screen, and this is why it's the way it is, and it's, that was it pretty much,
Yeah, yep, and I think that's the bottom line on that one. Other news, it looks like Magic.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, Greg was asking when can we order the MagicX.
Yeah.
Like, well, speaking of the
MagicX Zero 40. Apparently, this is releasing June 17th, which is going to be
cool.
Right. It's the same date that reviews are going up because there's actually going to be a review embargo on this one, and so you have here a Nintendo DS style, screen. Is a very tall vertical screen. What's the resolution? I think it's
Oh,
Andrew,
let
do
me
you know this
see.
one?
I thought it was in the
700 by
article.
4 something.
Here we go. It's
800
800 by
by-
480.
800 by 480, 4.5 inch IPS. You have that A133P in here again.
Yeah.
2
Which,
gigs of DDR4.
For what it's doing is fine. It's fine, yeah.
Yeah, right. And 4,000 milliamp hour battery. You get Linux, you get Android. It looks really cool. And I know that we have a couple of review units on the way very shortly here. So we'll be able to have a review prepared for that embargo date. So June 17th, that's when you can order this. And I can't freaking wait. This could be the Nintendo DS styled handheld that we've been waiting for. I don't know. Andrew, what are your thoughts on this one?
I want to see it in person. I get too excited, to be honest.
Okay.
Like it could be really awesome, but I just want to hold my hands first because I'm hoping that MagicX took the extra time because they've been working on this. I think it got rumored like last year.
Yeah,
Like, the time that they brought it up.
it's been like 6 to 9 months or so. It's been a V90 baby gestation's length of time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I'm hoping that the time that they because they kept pushing it back intentionally and saying that they were bringing it back. I'm hoping that they've followed through and we're gonna get a solid handheld out of this because it would be we don't have anything like this unless you spend $500 on whatever that contraption is that Fred has.
yeah, the
Yeah, the
hot dog?
The hot
the
dog.
hot
The hot dog. That's what it is.
the
So-
hot dog, or you could get yourself a Surface Duo. But thanks to Rob's video, it's
Okay,
ruined it.
that's not
Yeah.
not my fault.
I
Cameras-
blame
It is
Rob.
your
falling
fault.
It's Microsoft's fault for not knowing what to do with that product.
I blame Rob.
Oh, it's
well, good. That's good. I like
this
it.
is exactly what we need for DS. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, like we
Magic-
don't need something that's $1,000 like what
Right.
Ayaneo's doing.
Right.
If you just want to do DS, like this is perfect. It's perfect.
MagicX has been cooking. You know what? They've released a couple of neat
Yeah.
minis, and this is their first little bit, bigger handheld beyond that first vertical that they had, the XU40, I want to say it was. XU10, that's right, XU10. This is the 040. See, more mistakes. See, Carrie, and everybody makes mistakes, especially me. Yeah, MagicX, excited to see this. That's really cool. Rob, what else do we have in our... Do you want to host today? You're doing a good job. I was just...
Yeah.
I'll let you-
Am I hosting today? Oh, okay.
Oh.
Is that all our hardware news? Do we have anything else? to talk
Well,
about?
As far as hardware, I mean, Zotac Zone 2 is getting Manjaro Linux instead of Windows, which is
yes, I saw
Or
that.
SteamOS, which is
or
crazy.
SteamOS. Yeah, right. And
The
Zotac
thing
Zone.
is, their first step though is to actually release it properly.
Mhm.
The
You mean the
hardware
Micro
first.
Center release wasn't enough?
They said they like
technically
shipped
they-
like 100 units to Micro Center. They flat out told us that, which is amazing. What? Yeah, they'd have to have some more confidence behind the product first, and then let's do a proper launch, and then we'll be excited about all the software stuff that they have planned for it.
Right. Yeah. And if they can get the price right, and if it's running Linux, they can save $100 in that Windows license at least. So,
I mean,
mean,
if they
it's
can
still
come
gonna
in with
be
a
an arm and a leg.
good price,
Yeah.
I'd be very excited about that.
Yeah.
that for sure. Yeah, I love this new colorway too. The white one is so nice looking.
I like the white.
and this is running a AMD CPU, which is funny. They're not going with SteamOS because SteamOS just updated with official AMD hardware support, like AMD handheld support. So, like, why not do SteamOS? I mean, the Legion Go S SteamOS variant just came out today, right?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Mostly,
By the way, we're gonna get a hands-on with that one. When we interviewed Okayest Gamer on Friday, he actually had it already, and the embargo wasn't up yet. But when we release this offline interview, probably tomorrow, we'll be good. So yeah, he shows off what it does and his thoughts on it, and it's a very beefy, much more capable handheld. But with the price rise from Lenovo, I don't know about that either, and I don't know about this.
Yeah, I mean,
What
some
are
of
we
my
doing?
concerns is the HX370, awesome chip, but Do you know what that means? Pricing.
What?
It's going to be expensive. I mean, I don't see this being less than $1,000, honestly.
With the 370 in it, yeah,
There's no way. Yeah.
there's no chance. And it's just not, again, it's just not fun to have a handheld that's over $1,000 if we're going to focus on gaming. It's really goes back to Russ's video the other day, said it perfectly. Just get the Steam Deck, bro.
At the end of the day,
Bro.
what is your intention with it? If you're just
Right.
purely just wanting to game here and there on the go, yeah, Steam Deck is gonna fit those needs. But if you are looking at this as a computer replacement, as an alternative to your PC, okay, maybe that makes more sense to drop $1,000. You dock it, you could take it on the go with you. And I think a lot of people do go with that approach. But yeah, $1,000 handhelds, that's a tough thing to sell, especially in today's world. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It weirds me out a little bit.
On top of all that, we still have one handheld that hasn't been announced yet, the Ally 2, and then
Right.
the Legion Go 2 is still coming this year also.
That's right.
So
Correct.
Zotac, like I've already botched the launch, just about already botched launch because we don't know anything about when it's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was excited about that one, though. I thought it had a lot of potential when I saw it, CES 2025. I'm like, all right, let's get this Go 2 out. And I thought they were saying, and this could be hallucination, but I thought they were saying June for a launch for that one. But
For which
maybe they
one?
never announced it for
The
the
Go
2.
2?
For the 2.
They just said second half of the year.
Second half, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Which is
okay.
exactly what Lenovo did with the Legion Go 2.
Okay, yeah.
Oh wait, you're talking about the Ally X. I mean, not the Ally 2. No, I have no idea.
Yeah.
They
No,
were
I'm
very
talking.
hush hush about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Go 2. But I mean, the Ally 2 is another one, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see that until 2026 when we get that official Xbox collab or whatever it is.
So I saw some rumors about there's a collab handheld, which we saw those leaks of, and then there's also separately Microsoft is actually working on their own Xbox handheld.
Not an Asus
Correct.
branded one
Yeah.
that's their own hardware,
Yes.
like a Surface handheld.
Something.
Oh, that would be
Something.
sweet. That would be
Something.
cool.
Yeah. That I would be very curious about that.
That would be freaking cool.
I think a lot of people would love to be able to take their games that they have in the Xbox ecosystem and just
Yeah.
have it as a handheld. That's it. That's all they
Yeah.
want. They don't want Windows with a skin and this and that. Like they just want an Xbox handheld.
Oh, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. That's sweet. What else we got here
A lot
today?
of Windows handhelds, a lot of Windows stuff,
Yeah. Well, you know, we're missing, not having producer Sony here is such a different vibe.
I'm trying to read the comments. I'm trying to
Yeah.
listen to you guys, and I'm also trying to pull up all the
You're
tabs and
doing multi-job and like what? I don't even know. I
and I'm
thank
also
you
trying
though.
to see what we have on hand here. I think we covered all the hardware. I think we are ready
So-
to dive into some software here.
There is
Nerdy
there's-
by example. I thought his name was Tad. No, I think it's I think it might be Tad actually. Yeah. Tadder maybe.
Have we heard from Sony recently? I mean, is he safe and well?
Well,
he was in our messages earlier today.
he's in
Okay,
our
that's-
hearts.
that's-
He's always in our hearts.
Yeah.
Correct. That is true.
Speaking of hearts, it is Memorial Day, so just take a moment to think about your veterans, and yeah, just thank you for all your service out there. We really do hope Sony is okay wherever he's at, and we've been dropping like flies around here, so it's a tough one. Okay, apparently Ayaneo can't produce what it promised, but I don't know what that means. Andrew, what does that mean?
If you order the 64 gig variant of the black or retro power,
Yeah.
it's been pushed back because of production, and they're having problems sourcing all of the parts, like all the necessary parts. So they basically sold something without having the parts ready to put them together.
But at least they're going to have two different OLED models. So, I mean, the
Yeah,
delays
for the
maybe.
for the combined 4 people who bought them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like this happens every time with Ayaneo, though. Like, is anyone really shocked by this news?
But
They don't-
this one is a little bit different because they haven't sold many. I don't care what their Indiegogo sales page says. They have
Right.
not sold very many of these.
Yeah, let's see how many did they sell? Let's see, 412 backers, which doesn't necessarily mean.
And it was only 288 when the campaign ended.
Yeah,
Right.
like they're not. I don't know. I know that this is an expensive handheld, especially with the AI370.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of money that I feel like is just like this is what's that show called? Whose Line Is It Anyways?
Great
The
show.
points are made
Great
up.
reference.
The points are made up. for Ayaneo Indiegogo campaigns, it's the dollar number. The dollars are made up.
I want to know, yeah, and I want to know too, where in the world is my Pocket Ace at? You know, where's that final? Because they were saying like, oh, the final review unit's coming, and then we're going to do the launch. Like, has anyone heard from Ayaneo? Has anyone heard?
This is the thing. They need
where
to
they're
slow
backing?
down. Like,
Yeah, the backers
We
that they
don't-
gotten.
We also haven't heard anything about the S2 or that abomination of a tablet.
Yeah.
Right.
which
What's
actually
that
is
tablet
probably the
about?
most interesting product of
Yeah.
theirs that they have coming.
Oh man.
It's okay. This is typical Ayaneo. They take too long for their stuff, and someone else will go ahead and eat their lunch. And
Well, they had
there's
to
some
because I
companies
think
out there delivering some small tablets like that. So
Right.
yeah.
wasn't the tablet part of the Qualcomm partnership?
Yeah.
Isn't that running one of the new chips?
Yes.
Should be.
Yeah. I mean, so that
Which-
kind of makes sense, but like you guys announced them and then have not done anything since then.
We haven't heard anything about that. And also for the Ayaneo 3 here, they've actually sold almost 60 of 100 just for the top model there for the 8840U model. For the
their cheap
370,
model. That's the cheap
that's
model.
that's the
the
$700 one.
Yeah.
What about for the higher end SKU? What's their sales
Let's
at for
see.
that?
All the way.
I
down
love
to the
this
bottom.
one. The one
One out of a-
sale for the LCD
Well,
8840U.
Because who's gonna? I mean, for what, $100 difference? I mean, why go for the LCD? And why? I mean, why even offer that? I guess as an
don't know.
option. They're really trying to see, what's going to be the most popular. Like they're just trying to figure out what people want by offering all these options.
So they have this one, which is kind of like their. Oh, this is the
32 gig.
Another 8840U.
Okay, we got 23 orders there, and then
Nobody
0.
Zero. This should have just canceled the LCD model.
It's
I don't know why
strange.
they
Should've.
bother.
It's just a strange lineup here. Yeah. So what about for the fancy 370s?
14.
Okay, 14,
So
None.
8840U. So they have so many SKUs. I mean, that's part of their problem.
72 for the 370. So that one is more popular, but it's
$100.
yeah, it is $1,300.
For
So
an Ayaneo though, that guy. I mean, I feel like
do you?
you know
I
what
mean-
you're getting into.
So-
So I almost don't feel bad for those backers. I mean,
And-
it's like
I mean,
Van's trying to say something.
You do have to remember how much people had spent on the Qn as well. Like that was an
That's-
expensive one too.
Well, you
Uh,
remember
I'll-
that?
Go ahead, Stubbs.
No, I was like, you remember that every launch they have here in Indiegogo, they get the most backers on their highest end SKU. I mean, it's always the retro powered or the retro colorways. The highest config for that has the most backers every time, and it always blows my mind that's the case. But it's because their customer base mainly is these niche high end buyers who want just the best of the best from them, and that always wins. So I don't know, but Andrew, what were you gonna say?
If money was no object, I would have backed this on day one.
Yeah.
Even with Ioneo's history, the AI370 with an OLED screen and the modules was enough for me. But then you toss in
You don't-
that OLED AI370 config is perfect.
You have me at OLED AI 370. That's a solid combination.
well, I mean, yeah. Look at this one. This one is the next one up. That's $1,600, and they actually sold more of those.
$1,600, 64 gigs, 2
And we're not
terabytes.
done yet. We're not done yet. That's the thing.
We're going up higher.
7
So-
people bought that LCD model.
So we have the
Holy
retro power
crap.
one, which is even more money. 38,
See?
38.
people.
There you go.
Only 7 on this one, which is the LCD. Again, I don't understand why they kept the
Oh,
LCD
there's
model.
another
Just
one.
An 1800 unit, and there's only 4 left. So they don't even tell you how many people back
Wait,
it. It's
so
just-
that
so
means
many-
96 people bought it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
'cause
many
each one was $100 claimed.
So that
Or
actually
100
sold the
claim.
most. The
Yeah.
1800 SKU sold the
See?
most. That's
And here
unreal.
it's proven again. 64 gig, 4 terabyte, their highest end retro colorway.
Wow.
96 units, $1,800. This is madness. But again, if the if the buyer is there, then it's not madness, really. I mean, they're buying this and they're excited for this, and so these people are getting these delay notices, which I'm sure they're used to by now. So I don't know how much outrage we're seeing. Like, if we go to the FAQ part of this, do we see any comments from people?
Well, I'm sure there's a comments for just this. Nope, there's just only one actually. And what does it have? Oh, really disappointed. I want my money back.
Money back,
Yeah.
more than 3 months. Oh, so you got one outraged person here. I'm sure there's more people out there,
Let's see,
listening. And
discussion. There's 1,000 messages on the discussion. Oh, geez.
so they want updates.
Yep.
They want updates on their orders.
Please cancel. Update. When will it be shipped? Please refund.
It's all there publicly too. They want cancellations. We're doing your cancellation.
Yep. See, it just keeps going.
Yeah, it's wild, man. I mean, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. This has been an interesting journey. I know a lot of people are excited for this modular ability of this crazy high-end new Ayaneo, but for me, this is one I've still been lukewarm on. Are we going to see extra hardware issues because of the modularity? I'm thinking that there's things yet to be discovered with this one.
At least long term. I imagine long term, some of this won't hold up too well.
Whereas I feel more confident, honestly, lately about their Android handhelds. I've been really happy still with the Pocket Ace. That's one I'm still testing. I still cannot find any deal breakers on it. I'm like, all right, this is pretty cool. But again, it's a niche thing, and so I don't know how widely popular it's going to be. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I feel like they just have their hand in too many things. It's just focus on one product, deliver it, move on to the next product.
And I mean,
they clearly can't handle what more than just one product at a time.
Right.
It's definitely not. I mean, over in their Discord, someone already teased. I think it was what was it? John Lee on the Discord is on the team.
Yeah.
Teased working on an Android flip or developing.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yep.
I don't know if they obviously, since it was just like a random Discord message, it's probably gonna be a ways out. But if that's in their plans already, I'm worried.
Yeah, we'll see.
And that would be interesting if they could keep the price down. But it's Ayaneo, so they'll do something to complicate it to make it very expensive, and yeah.
They'll charge you for the extra the extra screen.
Zoo's producer, I can only assume Gary here, is asking, did the Pocket Ace have light bleed on the screen? Now, my unit did not, and the other review units that I've seen out in the wild, like Tech Dweebs and I think even Kai's Retro Gaming, I have not seen light bleed, but there was one engineering sample from China where it appeared to have something like light bleed really badly. But some people are saying, no, it's not light bleed. That's just like the angle of the camera. And so I don't know. So what I did was I took some video footage of it in the dark. And yeah, you do kind of see at certain angles what looks like light bleed, but it's not like the RG Cube traditional bleed. So I don't see any of that. Where I'm pretty annoyed by that if I do see that, because if you're not having an OLED screen, then light bleed on an LCD looks awful. So I was kind of freaking about that too. Dead Fred was reporting on it. But luckily, yeah, at least on mine and the other review units I've seen, it's not been an issue. If we see any production models with that issue, that would be very disappointing. Now, Ayaneo did say...
I actually think that looks really cool. I think it's an interesting handheld as well.
And I wonder if they made any changes from the engineering sample to the final, because on the engineering sample, they said that they're changing the screen, that it's the coating on the screen. But I wonder if there is, if there was light bleed and they're quickly trying to fix that. And that's the actual thing going on. I don't have any proof of that. I can't say that's what's happening. But we did see that, that concerning video coming in from, I think, Baidu or something. So I don't know. We'll see. So that's your weekly Ayaneo news.
Sure,
also,
we'll be back with more next week.
we'll be back
Probably.
we'll be back with more next week.
Oh,
Also,
sure.
Anbernic apparently still having some slide rumors that are showing up. But what's new
Oh,
with
yeah.
that? I saw that in our topics, but I actually don't know where that's coming
I
from.
don't think there was anything new from last time we talked about it, right?
Is there,
There's
Andrew? Is
just
there
been
any
more renders and stuff
more renders?
that I've
Okay.
seen.
Is it from
I
Mac?
should
More
have.
speculation of it, yeah.
Yeah, it was all the Mac stuff that I didn't include last week, like
Okay.
in the roundup last week.
I got it. Okay,
But yeah,
so
it's just, and people are like,
People want it.
there's a hype train behind this, so
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna happen.
yeah, they're gonna cave eventually, and I'm sure offer if it's what people want, if it's what they want to buy, I'm sure they'll offer it. Okay, so the other thing is that Zoo is back this week with a Game of the Month update for May. And this has been a crazy one because we had Patapon, which I cannot play for the life of me on emulation anyways. And Link's Awakening, which I'm working on. And then Tony Hawk 3, which has been freaking awesome. I started out really bad at it, and then I got good, and now I'm excited to play other Tony Hawk games. So that's my quick review. But let's get Zoo's rundown because he might feel a little differently. Let's pull this up here.
Oh yeah. I'm so excited to hear Zoo's takes.
I can't wait for this.
Yeah, give me a second.
This is why you shouldn't go camping.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm so unprepared today.
Okay, I literally just got myself.
Rob, thank you so much for
An hour
opening the
before.
show today. Yeah, I really appreciate that. And you guys, Andrew, Ban, you're so patient. And I came in here and I read all the chatter backstage. You're like, where the hell am I? Am I okay? Am I dead? And then, Zoo was dropping really concerning things that people were texting me, and he sent this thing that was like, apparently I'm in a river. Like, I don't know. Really been touch or go. But
we were actually working up an alibi for Zoo since we were
You thought that
concerned
he
might be the
he had,
first.
yeah. Well, luckily not. Here's Zoo from Zoo Reviews. Here we go.
Oh, hi, it's your old buddy Zoo. I'm taking a break from getting the smoker started, and I gotta get hamburgers going later, because it's Memorial Day, and I forgot that I was supposed to be doing Game of the Month, so I didn't bring any of my editing stuff home, which means it's gonna have to be one take, for real, because I can't edit it. I guess I could edit it on my phone a little bit. Anyway, you're essentially getting me live, but pre-recorded. So, Game of the Month for May was Musical May, and we had 3 ostensibly musical games. We had Link's Awakening for the Game Boy or Game Boy Color, or some people played it on the Switch. We had Patapon for the PSP, and we had Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 for a variety of systems. Pretty sure everyone played it on PS2 though. First off, Link's Awakening. Let's get this coffee cup out of the way. Link's Awakening. This is an absolute classic. It's an absolute banger. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. And anyone doesn't give it a 10 out of 10, I'm not sure if they know how to play video games, because Link's Awakening takes everything about a Legend of Zelda game. It's like Super Nintendo Link to the Past, just condensed and perfected into this tiny little 1x1 gem. I originally played it on the regular Game Boy. They came out with the DX version for the color. It's on the Switch. There's all sorts of different ways to play it, and you should play it. It's amazing. Link has a little accident at sea. Probably shouldn't have been out on a boat by himself. We've learned that in several Link's games. Nope. Learned in several Zelda games, I guess. Although they are Link games. Why do they always call them Legend of Zelda? Anyway, I'm getting off track. Live, Zoo. We're live. Pre-recorded, but live. Link has a spaghetti on a boat. He crashes on an island. Maybe the island's a dream. There's an owl that comes and tells you secrets. Mario and Peach are there. There's a frog from a previous Game of the Month game. It's amazing. You get your sword, you get your hook shot, you get your shield, all your other normal stuff. It's just a fun game. 10 out of 10. Go ahead, play it. There's a lot of birds out here. Up next, we had Patapon. Patapon is definitely a rhythm game, and I didn't care for it. It wasn't bad. Like, it took me a minute to get the rhythm, right? Like, you have to hit everything perfectly. There are some issues when you're playing with an emulator versus playing on original hardware, but you kind of get used to it. My main issue, well, two main issues. One, the game's kind of boring. Outside of, towards the end, you can start to grind. You can start to collect rare little monsters, pawns, they call them. That's okay. But otherwise, the game's kind of boring because you're always just going in one direction and patta, 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 pawn. Patta, 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 pawn. And you can mix it up. You have like 4 different attack patterns, but it's all the same. Boom, 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 boom. It gets kind of boring. But at the same time, it also requires a fair amount of attention, and you have to have the sound turned up. You can't just kind of go by the flashing on the screen or with the sound a little bit. You got to really be focused. So it's a game where you have to grind. There's not a lot of story besides these little pawns walking around. And you also have to maintain a high level of focus while you are grinding. So when I grind stuff, like Pokemans, trying to find shinies, or playing Dragon Quest or something, I kind of do it mindlessly. I just keep mashing A while I'm attacking. Now for the rest of the game, I'll pay attention, but if I'm just grinding, trying to find metal slimes or something, I like that. I don't like that I have to grind and also have a high level of attention to the game. And also, it's kind of boring. I didn't care for it too much. I could see why people like it. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. And last, we have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. Now this game, it's one of those ones where you got to get good. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You got to get good. You can raise your levels if you create a character. I made a zoo character. There's all sorts of unlockable characters. If you win the game and you get all your goals, which is the mandate from Rapid for how to beat the game, you get Darth Maul, but there's way more characters to unlock. But I digress. You got to get good. I've been recommending all month that you A, use the D-pad, and 2, watch the tutorial, play the tutorial. Because once you play the tutorial and you figure out how to do manuals, it's up, down when you land, and you keep your combos going, your combos start to stack. So you do a little grind, and then you do another combo. It's whatever point you have times 2. And then if you can manual to something else, it's times 3. Then if you can go on top of a thing and flip and then revert, now you're at like times 5. And you can start to build up a lot of points. And you're going to need a lot of points because some of these end game goals, you got to get like 500,000 points to get your score. And then you don't win the game. You can't credit the game if you don't get that score. So you got to get good. But there are ways to get good. And weirdly enough, practice using a D-pad instead of a control stick. I would recommend. I used the flip for a little bit. It didn't work. I got my Anbernic 557 out. It has them dual shock handles on it. It's a lot easier to use. It just felt more intuitive. Try to find a controller that's the most PS2 controller you can find because it was, kind of designed for that. Anyway, I'll give it 8 out of 10. How's that? How's that for a live pre-recorded Zoo Reviews Game of the Month? Hope everyone's having a good show. Hope everyone had a good Memorial Day. Remember, to all those service members that have passed in the line of duty, that's what this is about. It's not just about making hamburgers. I'm making hamburgers, but today is about remembering people that have died in the line of service. So let's remember them for a moment. Okay, I remembered them. And then I hope everyone has a very good podcast. I hope everything's going good. I hope Stubbs hasn't said any just outrageous slurs. He just got back from camping. He might be out of his mind on marshmallows and booze. We don't know. Well, we'll find out. I'll find out live as I'm watching this with you live, pre-recorded. So I guess I'll see you later. Goodbye. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Zoo.
Thank you, Zoo.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's stern but fair.
Stern but fair.
I like how we all don't know how to respond to that.
Never do, never will.
Yeah,
It was a beautiful review of
I
this
enjoyed
month's
the
game.
birds.
If you enjoy Game of the Month, join us in our Discord where we talk all about this stuff and we get points towards Sweet RH swag. Speaking of Sweet RH swag, have you seen Rob's Oh No shirt? Now in the merch store, available at a merch store near you, rh-go.link/spread shop, and everything in there, I believe, is still on sale. Yes. So get yourself some RH merch. Why not? You know what? I think that's good. Now, moving on. We don't have a JSAW giveaway this week, but there will be more. And I will do a JSAW unboxing. And also, ready for this? We haven't done this on the show before, right? This is, I stumbled into a GameStop, and they have this brand that they're selling called Candy Con. And this is something I just picked off the shelf and I just bought. It was on a sale. And this is a totally modular controller setup they have. Like they have a bunch of different faceplates. Like they have a whole wall of faceplates for this controller. You can swap out any of the buttons. You can swap out joysticks, D-pad. So this is sort of just a real world find. I'm like, you know what? I want to show this on the show. This is very interesting to me. You can customize colors and whatnot. So let's do a little unboxing. It's not might be e-waste. It's not AliExpress e-waste, but Ban, your question.
I was just gonna say the like transparent colorway in the name reminds me of those old PDP like rock candy controllers.
Yes, I thought so too. Yeah, and this is actually Hall Effect. These are Hall Effect thumbsticks, if you're wondering. Netflix, yep. Netflix foreign, yep. These are Hall Effect thumbsticks. Dual motor rumble in there, motion controls, mappable back buttons, adjustable linear triggers. It's got wireless in it, and this is usable for PC, Nintendo Switch. I don't know if it's going to be for Android, but at least, yeah, they list PC and Switch. Let's take a little look-see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get a little music going.
Yeah. We definitely need the music.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right without it.
You guys were really concerned about me, huh? Yeah,
we were, yeah.
It was a little jarring.
But we all showed up, as usual, and we're just.
You're wondering where I am. Yeah, well,
no one heard from you.
I can sense that. I can sense that you were actually concerned for my well-being. I makes that touches my heart. Luckily, I'm fine. Me and what's his name? Tallulah.
We're not helping you here.
We figured it out anyways in the end. Okay, so player ready kit. This is actually the Firestone Orange. There's like a base controller you can buy for around, I think it's like $15 or something for just the base, and then you add on all the parts. This is a pre-built one that comes with, everything you need, the faceplate, the buttons, the sticks, and I think this one was $35 just to get one put together.
That's not too bad, honestly.
Honestly, it's not terrible. And oh no, we need the other.
Yeah,
there
you go.
Oh, like wait, that's not.
Why
right
is my?
one.
Hold on, I gotta fix my name on here. This is not right.
So,
Your
are your
name's not
coordinates on screen? Is that a place
No,
we
my
should
name's
be
backwards.
visiting?
Huh?
Did something happen at those coordinates? I'm just wondering about the coordinates you have.
I had that question myself. I don't really know what that's supposed to be. So, yeah, I don't know how to fix it. So, I'll just leave it there. Okay, now, this controller, I like the grit on the back. That's kind of nice. I don't know who makes Candy Con. I think it's GameStop's like proprietary brand, because they had their whole store filled with this thing. It says it's made by GeekNet Inc., which is funny because they also had like a GameSir G8 Plus in there, but they rebranded it to their GameStop brand.
Yeah, what was
So I'm
it? The
thinking
Raptor or something?
the Raptor. Yeah, it was the Raptor. That's right. So here's your Switch, and then you have these two back buttons. And this actually is very, very comfortable. This is a glossy front with a matte plastic back, and the thumbsticks feel good. They're concave, very grippy.
Man, I
The
like
color is just hot. Look at that orange.
Really like that color.
Yeah.
That's
So nice pivot, clicky, pivotable D-pad. Feels like an Xbox controller, honestly. And it feels like an Xbox face buttons, too. I like the depression on those. That feels really nice. Yeah, I like the color of this. This is kind of cool. USB-C up top. Let's see if it has any lights or anything fancy if we turn it on. It does have some lighting. And it looks like you have buttons down on the bottom there. Interesting. That's cool. What I was really excited for, though, is the fact that you can not only swap out, for some different style D-pad. This one's very reminiscent of the Game MT D-pad, though. Probably won't put that one in. This is much more defined. And I like the orange cable. You gotta love yourself a good USB cable, right?
Speaking of, I wonder where my E6 Max is. Have
Where's
you
your
checked yours,
E6
Ben?
Max, Rob?
I don't know.
Oh,
probably check the tracking on that.
You know what? I'm gonna check the tracking right now.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, this is very Cheeto Steve. Chicken McNugget. Very Cheeto Steve colorway. Taking it back to season 2. That's crazy. That anyone remembers who Cheeto Steve even is. That's amazing to me. Let's see, how do we get this faceplate off? I think it's held
What I
on
say
by
about
magnets.
that color is that if you do
there we
eat
go.
Cheetos while you game, you won't really notice.
Yeah.
Let's see. There we go. So there you go. Pops right
okay,
off.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
So you get yourself another faceplate. Pop it on. I don't know if that's the best. I'm not good at coordinating colors, but you could do different ones.
No, I think
It's
I
not
like
too bad.
The way it was originally.
You like the orange?
Yeah, that's cool.
You could really get crazy though, and you can swap out. And they have like every kind of color you could ever want. Just all sorts of themes, all kinds of different faceplates, all kinds of different buttons. And I assume it's at all GameStops. I hadn't been into a GameStop for probably 5 years or
Wait.
something.
You just were at one recently.
This is when I went in that first time.
Oh, okay. I was like,
It's
wait.
been a while. I've been holding on to this one for, I don't know, a couple of months, I think.
Okay, you just found it probably in a pile somewhere, didn't you?
Yes,
he
sir.
probably did.
Yeah. you
No,
probably
it's been on my
forgot he
review
had
shelf.
it.
It's been on my review shelf for a while. And I was like, I'm gonna cover this when the tariff stuff is really making things problematic. It'll
So,
be my rainy day unboxing, and here we are.
just let
Did
you
you
know.
say Iranian Day?
No,
a rainy?
not the Iron Sheik, Rob. No, I'm talking about
Yes.
a rainy day.
Yes, I watched that episode.
I watched Rowdy Roddy Piper last night. That was what I was watching.
Yeah, you're going out of order, which drives me crazy.
I know.
Now.
I'm
just-
sorry, man. I'm
going
hopping all over
episode
the
by
place.
episode.
So you can swap this in.
It looks like the CandyCon controllers were a partnership between GameStop and WMH&I.
What? Excuse me, Ban?
That I went to look
What
up.
did you just say to me?
Oh no.
It's
Anyways,
very interesting. Yes.
yeah, it seems like it was just a partnership between GameStop and everything keeps telling me it's a branding agency.
Okay.
So I guess this is the branding that they're using.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I'm fine with it. It's just very out of nowhere. I've never heard of this company.
Yeah, me too. That's why I saw it though on the shelf. And I can't walk out of here without getting this. That's not the only thing though.
I think you've ruined it now, though. I hate the way that looks now.
There's
They also-
Hey, Ben, where's your E6 Max? Did you check?
Yeah, where is your E6
it-
Max?
import clearance has started.
Oh,
that
nice.
was the last
Me too.
update.
Me too.
They also make this keyboard, which I think again is a rebranding of another keyboard. Ben, you were saying this. I was showing this to you a while back. I'm like, we're gonna unbox this sometime. Here's a 68% hot swappable mechanical keyboard. Has RGB underglow light bar. I don't know
Oh yeah.
who makes this originally, but it's another one of those weird collabs.
So, the last time I saw at least it looks a lot like this one I've seen from a company called LTC.
LTC,
It's-
okay.
It looks like I don't remember the exact number because keyboards have worse naming schemes than like handhelds,
Yes.
but they make a few good 65% keyboards.
Well, this one's 68%, so maybe it is its own unique thing. But so far, following the trend, they've sort of just been buying these rebranding situations. Like this is something again you probably could find on AliExpress. So was kind of funny going into a GameStop to see it. But I really liked going in there mostly because of their new retro advertising. Like they're saying they're a retro GameStop store now, and they have all these like PS1 games, SNES games, and that's what brought me in. And I stayed for the neat adornments they have here. So there you go. Look at that. I like the brown though, the teal. Oh, this is a Thocky. This is kind of like, I think these are browns. Should we take a peek under the hood?
Oh yeah.
We have to, right?
Did it not come with a switch pull? Oh yeah, it did.
Oh, they're reds. Strange. All right.
But how does it sound?
Well, I don't know. Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Yep.
I'm gonna pop. There you go. Yeah, it sounds. I mean, it sounds good. It feels good. I like that they're
soft clickiness to it.
Yeah. No, it's not even clicky. It is soft. I mean, okay, yeah, they are reds, and nice full-sized keys. You get your kickstand there, and it looks like there's no. This isn't wireless, but you can plug this in. 300 milliamp hour.
Well,
you have a dial. I like that there's a dial. You know, I love a good dial band.
you do enjoy a good knob.
Do enjoy a good knob every once in a while. That's right. Oh boy, what am I gonna do with? What am I gonna do with us? Okay, let's plug this in.
Oh.
Do we get lights?
Oh,
we
look at
definitely
that
got
fun.
lights.
Yeah, look at,
they are not lined up with.
oh, look at that. There's lighting underneath on the undercarriage, just like they were promising. Someone's saying in chat, this looks like a keyboard that was in Severance. Zoo got him. Yeah, well.
Oh, it's got side RGB as well.
Zoo, I'm in fine health. I'm definitely not an AI replacement for Stubbs. I mean, I'm Stubbs. Okay, so let's take this out of there. Always have been. There's been no change noticeable. I'm still enjoying my Alice layout keyboard, and in my other office, I've been off and on. In my front office, my house, for my day worky job, I've been using this one a bit. And this one's taken some getting used to. I'll be honest. This probably isn't my long-term solution. I actually do like this Alice style keyboard of keyboards the best so far. I've gotten used to this. I really like
reminds
that
me
one.
of the old Microsoft. What was that brand that they had?
The Wave.
The Wave.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember when Microsoft had those keyboards.
So these are Keychrons. You've seen these unboxed on the show before, but
yep.
this was the Q15. This is like the I don't know, K15 Max. I can't remember the exact names now, but yeah. So this one I'm not sure on still. I
That one's
really
a
like that
mistake.
one. Yeah.
That one I have dibs on.
We'll see. We'll see.
You have dibs on everything.
I do like this though.
So
We'll have to put that in.
it's currently
it.
$45 on the GameStop website.
Oh, that's $45 for this. Can we pull this up
Wow.
on screen?
Yes, I can.
Dan, are you able to? Or yeah, Rob, if you're able to, that'd be awesome.
If I find it fast enough.
Let's see.
And one JSaw unboxing today. Let's just triple it up.
There's always the JSaw.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're going to be giving away next week or what their next announcement is, but
Oh, it's a steering wheel.
in the meantime, we have this. Yeah, so you can put your Joy-Cons in here.
Yeah, $45 is not bad for that.
For the keyboard, and I think I got it on sale
Yes,
too.
that's
I
a
think
new
it
one.
was
Oh,
I think it was like 30 or $35 when I got it.
it's hot swap too, so you can change out the switches if you don't like them, or if you're Andrew, you can put clicky switches in it.
Oh, it says brown. They are brown switches, but the coloring is red.
Yeah,
I thought they were brown.
That's confusing.
I
That's a little
thought they
confusing.
if it feels and sounds like a brown. I have a brown out, when I'm using it. That's kind of what it feels like to me. And the coloring needs to change, so that's all right. So pick it up at your local GameStop, I suppose.
Someone's asking if we're affiliated with GameStop. No, we're not actually.
No.
Why are we giving them free
Do we?
press?
I don't know, because I said it's a rainy day unboxing because it was
Yeah.
interesting to me. We do. I wonder if GameStop does affiliate links. Probably. Okay, so these are Joy-Con. Now, these are... we did partner with JSoft for these unboxings, these giveaways for the leading up to Switch 2 launch. So Switch 2 launch is coming up, by the way. It's like a week or two away.
Oh,
So,
I almost forgot.
Yeah.
I
What,
did
June?
forget.
It's beginning of June, right? It is next week. It is
Yeah,
next
it's June
week. The
5th.
Switch,
It's
yeah,
June
June 5th.
5th.
Next Thursday, the Switch 2 is
Wow.
dropping. So this next Monday, the episode will probably be dedicated to a lot of the Switch 2 accessories, Switch 2 stuff, and we'll be looking at the rest of the JSaw stuff. Because I think that's the end of our... So I think we just have this one more giveaway, and then we're done with JSaw for now. So these are cool. So you create yourself a steering wheel.
Yeah, I love how these look like a Tesla wheel.
Yeah, you could
Get the yoke.
drive them. That's neat.
Cracks me up.
We'll be unboxing more JSaw. Check it out. It's in our description.
We've come a long way since the Wii steering wheels.
Oh, I still have one.
Yeah, I bet
Good,
you
good.
do. I
good.
do
Which-
too.
Oh gosh.
So, I don't know. What do you all think? What do you want to see unboxed on this show next? I have not been ordering e-waste from AliExpress lately, if you couldn't tell. And is that something you want to see more of? Do you want to see the lowest, cheapest end handhelds coming out? Something we can continue to do now. We definitely
Sorry,
could.
What was Ben holding in his hand?
I don't know.
what was that
Zoo, did you
questionable
get something
object?
new? Do you guys have unboxings? Feel free to take over the show at
Wow,
any
that
time.
looked like something else from a distance.
A
I
Wii-
wanted to say.
A Wiimote.
No, I had one of the rock candy like
Oh,
'Cause-
nice.
the type of controller that was $10 in the clearance like Walmart bins. But this is what I was thinking of when you unboxed the CandyCon controller.
Yeah. Thanks for showing that. That's great. Cool. That's
I was
good.
a little bit late to the party, but yeah.
I'll build a Gundam kit, Dar. Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh,
Sounds
that would
good.
be kind of awesome.
That would be like a 12-hour
you.
like live stream.
That's good. Matt Davis, I enjoy the unboxing segments, whether it be e-waste or store finds. Make it fun and informative. I want the keyboard. I may have to visit my local GameStop soon. Now, GameStop rose in popularity after that whole meme stock market.
Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop.
Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. That brought them back into the forefront. And then they lost Game Informer. Now Game Informer is their own thing again, which is great to hear. So what reason would you have to go to a GameStop beyond this stuff? I really don't know. Their purchasing prices for games is still not good. And the retro collection, it's okay though. I actually have a video coming out soon that's going to be covering that, showing like my visit to a GameStop, and I interview one of the store managers and I talk to them about like this new endeavor. Like, oh, I'm back in it. You brought me back into a GameStop. I thought maybe hell is frozen over here, but here I am. He said, oh, thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone said lately. So we had a good conversation. His name was I think Travis. You'll be hearing from Travis.
Oh gosh, not another T name.
Well,
It's probably
it's not
wrong
a,
too. His name's probably
is-
not Trav.
His name's
I'm
probably
pretty
Todd
sure it's-
too.
I have this, some people have this like face aphasia thing where they can't remember a face. I just can't remember people with the letter T very well. It takes a lot of effort, concerted effort, to remember that letter to start a name. I don't know why. I remember my own name. I remember most of your names.
Well, I mean, I don't remember your name. That's why I just call you Stubbs.
Thanks, man.
I thought that was his name for the longest time.
Thank you. Hey, is there any other news that we want to cover, by the way? Because I saw in our weekly...
We kind of skipped all the software stuff.
There was a lot of software stuff, so do we
Yeah.
want to kind of loop back around before we get out of here?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
What are we looking at software-wise?
let's do it. I really don't know what we're supposed to do in this show without producer Sony. I'm just a miss right now.
Sony carried the show, honestly.
He carries the show. He programs me. I mean, he tells me like what the topics are and what they're going to be.
How do I put this
Every
damn
week.
thing on the screen? I forgot how to do it.
GameStop stonks to the moon, baby. Yeah.
Stop
there we
coming
go.
back on the screen.
Take it. Yeah, go back on the screen.
I can't.
You
There
gotta
we
choose.
go.
You gotta choose
There
the
we
multi
go.
layout. You gotta choose the multi
There we
layout,
go.
Rob.
Oh, I didn't see it. I have my screen condensed so I could fit like 5 different things across.
Tronberg, Zeus. I think that's right.
That's the name. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, SteamOS 3.78 Go Country. This is crazy. So it's the first release of SteamOS 3.7 to the stable channel, and there's some new things in here. So they updated a newer Arch Linux base, they updated the kernel, updated the graphics. A desktop mode now ships with Plasma. That's cool. Now Plasma normally you get stuck in your body, so it's tough to get the Plasma out. But now it includes it, which is great. Something that's worth a lot of money on the market. Added support for VRR displays, added battery charge, fixed crashes. That's cool. Added support for GoS.
I was going to say the big thing here is the support for other handhelds like the
AMD.
Ally and the Legion Go. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Big one.
they do make a specific mention though at the very bottom of it's either this page or their how to install page. You do have to make a specific BIOS setting change if you're installing it on like the Legion Go or the Ally.
Don't tell me what to do, Dad.
Yeah, it's right here. I
there
had
it is.
the other screen open up too.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you have to turn off Secure Boot.
Oh, we have a disturbance in the
no.
kitchen.
Jeez.
Okay.
No, he's just watching,
No
guys.
way.
Oh, he
He looks like Kiefer Sutherland in in 24.
Wait, he looks a little bit like the guy I saw in the wood. Well, okay.
I'm pretty sure that's Kiefer
That's-
Sutherland.
Might be. What else is in
this,
the
this
oh,
podcast
why does he
happens in
keep
real time. Across 24 hours.
Rob, move to the next subject. Next subject.
Next subject.
Transition.
Sure.
Can you transition
There we
me
go.
out of this? All right, Xbox is back at you here with the retro classics on Game Pass. I actually played with this last week. They had Mech Warrior 2, which I think is the hardest mech game ever made in existence. I could not figure out the first 5 to 10 seconds, and Zoo says it's a skill issue because he grew up playing this on the daily, and that's why it's led to a lot of his later life problems. But Zoo, do you have any?
I
Kind of
don't.
a strange
think
little
he
vibe
has.
he's adding right now, looking at me like that.
I don't think he has any comments. He just wants to watch.
Okay, good. So there's 100 games in this library, which is really nice to see.
It's
There's
cool. Very cool.
in television classics, I played some Pitfall, and just like Chris Cross was saying, you can go if you go to the left in Pitfall, that the game's mirrored and it's reversed. Did you know you can go to the left in Pitfall? It's not just to the right. You can go to the left, to the left, to the left. You know?
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I believe this wasn't this in collaboration with like Antstream? The classic like
Is
game
that how they
streaming
got this?
service? Oh, there, right there.
Says it's part of Antstream Arcade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not that crazy. Got
in
it.
collaboration, and it's not only available on Xbox, but it's also available on LG smart TVs. That's cool. Samsung smart TVs, Amazon TV sticks, Meta Quest headsets.
Well, yeah. Everything's an Xbox today. That's
Yeah,
Everything is an Xbox.
everything is an Xbox.
I tried it. Those save states work. You can switch, different filters and stuff. I mean, it's just emulation, but it looks really good and it works well. And they also have a bunch of classics like, I don't know if it's Sam and Max or no, it's the, oh gosh, it's those old style, not visual novels, point and click adventures.
Point and click,
the
yeah.
point and click
Yeah.
adventure
What
games.
what did they have? Some of the other LucasArts stuff, or is it just
LucasArts, yeah. They didn't know they had a bunch. Yeah, they had. I'm trying. I can't
I mean,
remember
it's
any
just-
of them now.
It's just making Game Pass an even better value. I mean, it's already a great value, honestly. So it's just
It's like a
all the
cowboy
stuff.
game. Willie Beamish, I want to say.
It's okay. So it's the Sierra ones.
Sierra, yeah.
Yeah, I
With
figure it
Freddie
wasn't the
Farkas.
LucasArts
Freddie
ones 'cause
Farkas is what it is. Yeah, Freddie Farkas,
there you
Frontier
go,
Pharmacist.
Space Quest. Yep.
Yeah, Sierra. Space Quest, Analog Night is Stubbs and Xbox. I think I could run Game Pass natively.
If you try hard enough, yes.
Yeah.
Stubbs should be an Xbox, yeah.
You gotta install it on a micro SD card first and insert it into Stubbs.
Yes. Yeah. And if you're inserting a micro SD card, I like the Sonic one, that Sonic branded one. I think it's so
fast.
cool. It's fast. It's the fastest one.
But like, if you get the 1 terabyte one, isn't that Shadow instead?
Ah, dang. I do want that 1 terabyte. I always wonder, when are we going to get dark Stubbs? I always wonder, when am I going to fracture off? Have I already been dark Stubbs for some time? We'll see.
That worries me.
Well-
I don't like this.
We'll see.
Why?
We'll see.
Someone
I don't
pick
want
me
to be
up,
part
I'm
of that
scared.
timeline.
Don't
Yeah,
put this in
it's-
the universe.
Well, I had to fight for my life this weekend, and it changed me structurally. I'm going to have some PTSD I'll deal with in therapy soon enough when
Concerning.
I have time for it. Let's move on to what other software news do we have this week, Rob?
We got some stuff from
GNX.
Gamma.
Oh, yes, Gamma.
GNX,
Gamma, yes.
Do you have ESD app drawer on Android? No problem. I got you, fam. There we go.
Yeah.
Built directly into Gamma OS.
So what this is going to do, apparently it's going to let you have an app drawer on your various Gamma OS devices without needing a high DPI display, because apparently you needed a high DPI display for an app drawer. I did not know that.
I know. I love that he's always cooking stuff.
Yeah,
He
he's
never
always
stops
cooking. He's always cooking on something. Useful for launchers such as ESDE, and it works from any app, which is great. That's cool. All right, Gamma Squeeze, I see you.
I was gonna say with like ESDE, for example, you don't have to have that extra category in your menu for Android apps specifically. If you just have that drawer, it'll be a lot easier to get to things. Maybe Rob will finally use a launcher if he could just have his app drawer under it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. I
maybe
like
he
that.
will.
Oh,
I'd
like
love to
that.
see.
It's
I'd
good.
like to see that timeline.
I like that.
Now
If that
we all
timeline happens, you know what that means, though. Then Dark Stubbs is a reality.
Dark Stubbs
I
is a
thought it was-
reality.
I thought it was gonna be Dark Rob.
Is it dark? Is Dark Rob now? Would Dark Rob and Dark Stubbs exist in the same timeline?
They did at CES.
They would. They'd be hosting a dark
Oh.
podcast show together.
RH After Dark.
Oh,
We
It's
gave
the dark side of RH. We're gonna have a
gave-
TV show.
now we gave Trevor a pretty hard time, okayest gamer, and that'll be a fun episode that comes out. We grilled him on, because he's a PC handheld guy. He's not really an Android or a Linux handheld guy too much. But well, anyways, I'm
No, we actually just
foreshadowing.
spent the episode grilling with him, like just grilling.
we
burgers, hot
literally
dogs, you know?
yeah, when I say we were grilling him, I do mean we were cooking food. And he was a really cool guy. It was fun interviewing him, but we really dived deep in the weeds for x86, and I didn't know what was going to happen, Rob, but it ended up being a cool conversation. So
It was very very chill, as the offline ones tend to be.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting.
Well,
Very
and we
different vibe
added
there.
another Canadian friend to the repertoire, and we have somebody maybe who can import some handhelds for us. I don't know.
I was
we
gonna
didn't.
say it's very
we'll have to
useful
ask
to have
him.
those Canadian friends.
You got to
We're
have
gonna
your
need 'em.
Canadian friends.
The tariffs for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Good guy. So yeah, check
Yeah.
that out. I'm gonna try to get that out tomorrow, everybody.
Did you guys see this? The
What?
vanilla?
Oh, your Steam Deck
Yes.
can be a
Yes.
Wii U gamepad.
Yes.
What?
Craziness? What
Someone-
kind of craziness is this?
Andrew, do you know
No
about
idea.
this?
That paragraph that you see there is about all I know about it.
Is that your paragraph though?
Yeah. But
Well, you
yeah,
know more than us. There's a GitHub.
Of
There
course,
is
it's
a
a
Git-
GitHub. There's always a GitHub. Oh, there's an
yeah.
announcement video. Shall we check this?
Well, let's check
announcement
this
video out?
announcement video out.
what are they announcing? Oh, it's
Yeah.
I know
Matt
this guy.
KC.
Right, I'm crawling
Yeah, I
out of my
figured you would.
Minecraft cave once again to tell you what I'll be doing next. I ran a poll on Patreon of 5 ideas I was interested in exploring, and I was actually really surprised to see what won. I honestly thought nobody was interested. Is great. It's not surprising the Switch basically took that idea and ran with it with significant care or replacements, as it has been many
I think
times in the
literally
past.
it's
It's
just
going to
you
be up to
replace
us
your-
to step in when Nintendo.
Yeah, that's kinda
Like you-
wild though. Why though?
Right.
They both have a touch
Because
screen,
you
But it also
can,
works
be-
with Android.
Yes.
Front-facing camera, accelerometer, H.264 video decoding. It's really pretty spot on.
What in the world?
and posting regular updates on Patreon as I make progress, and I'd really appreciate the help because this will probably take a while. But of
Well,
course, there will be a
I
regular.
mean, I get
video
one
out
thing
on YouTube
about it
as
is that,
usual. Either
you
way,
know,
I'm very excited to dive into this.
Wii U
I'm very
gamepads
excited to see
won't
it too.
last
Thanks so much
forever,
for
right?
watching,
And this is a
and
good
hopefully I
replacement
have
for
some
one
more
if you don't
episodes
have a
to
Wii U
see.
gamepad. Let's say you have the Wii U
Well, you-
console itself, right? And
you
you
would
don't have a gamepad.
I know, but you would first have to own a Wii U, which is the only thing.
Well, but the thing is, there are a lot of Wii U's out there that don't have a gamepad with it. So
I saw that on eBay when I was looking at getting a Wii U. I'm
Yeah.
like, which I didn't in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of them didn't have the gamepad. I'm like, well, don't you need that? So okay, this solves that.
Maybe I should
Not
buy a
anymore.
Steam Deck.
All right. You don't have a Steam Deck,
That's
man?
enough. Fan,
No.
fan,
He
that's
has,
enough of you.
he has the, yeah, it's the only one he has.
You don't
doesn't
have a Steam Deck. You have
Yeah.
all those handhelds. How many handhelds do you have now?
Of the Coon.
You do.
I don't have a.
You
Otherwise,
don't have a Steam Deck, but you have the Ayaneo Kun.
Yeah, I still have less handhelds than you, Stubbs.
Well, I don't have that many. I only have this many. 100,
About 130.
130, 135,
That is a
give or
wild
take.
picture.
I'm
That's
sitting
my
at I'm sitting at like
current.
88.
You know that came down
88.
from his purge though. Wasn't he down to 25?
I was down to 25. Well, I was at 100. I went down to 25. I went up to 135 because, well, okay, for one, review units got to have comparisons, and then the tariff scares. I'm like, well, I got to have one of each that I might need for a review comparison unit. I didn't get like a bunch of every handheld. It's like one of each generally, except for, don't look too close to that picture.
I see two
but-
chodes over there.
I
Well-
see two 35XXs.
Okay, there's a couple that I have my heart
Fond
set
of
on.
some more
Well,
than
there's a
others.
couple that I'm fond
Is that
of.
two G350s?
Yeah, well, yeah,
Okay.
there's three or
Some
four of
that
those,
he's more
but
fond of.
I got some that I'm really fond of now, and two 557s. That's only because they sent two, and so a TLC episode RH. That's right, Zoo. But let's embarrass Rob. Rob, don't you have more than that? You have more than 135.
I do. I don't know. I don't count.
Yeah, he
I just
does.
don't worry about it. I don't
You don't
count,
count. I talked to
don't
Russ
count.
about
Don't worry
this.
about it.
I sent Russ that picture, and he said he has double that many. That means he
it. I
has
believe that. I believe
270 handhelds.
that. I believe that.
And there's
And-
probably people out there with more.
Yeah, he was like, "That's nothing." And I'm like, I feel like this is a sickness. I feel like I justify it, and I have too many, and it's time to let go of some. He's like, "What? No, that's crazy." He's like, "Don't make me feel bad." You gotta have them for your comparison units. You gotta, if someone's like, "Hey, what's the button dimensions of a 40XXH?" You gotta have one available, right? You gotta have it in two different colors.
I mean, if I had a better way to store them than just on these 3 shelves, I probably would have more. But
There are
everything
better
is
ways to
right
store
here.
them, Dan.
Yeah.
Outside of a Chromebook cart, I don't have a better way to store
We
them.
gotta get the Chromebook carts going. That's what I've been saying for weeks now.
Like, I could put them in this empty space, like right here.
Yeah, you could have it. You could have it wheel by for your segments.
Exactly.
So, all right, let's get the heck out of here, everybody. It's been an episode. It's been fun. Yeah, that's a nice rendition. Thanks for whoever did that.
I like the hard hat.
Yeah.
I think that was a good addition to it.
Yeah, I appreciate
Does he have like Indiana
this
Jones
art.
style whip in the back of him, or
Yeah, I
what is
think
that
so.
cable?
I think that's a USB cable or some electrical cable. I don't know. I have a mustache, I guess. I don't even own suspenders. That's the problem.
It's time to get them.
All right.
I could see that being a good look.
Okay. At least I was gonna say
Oh.
at least my cough's gone. You guys
He's
are making
dying.
me laugh.
That sounded like something else. You sound like you said something else there.
All
Starts
right,
with
this
a
is
C as
becoming
well, just in
this
case you're
becoming
wondering.
this is becoming unhinged, Rob. I gotta get out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out with us during a very special episode of the RH podcast. We are nearing our 200th episode, by the way. I don't know how close we are, but it's getting there. What are
Wow.
we on? Yeah, season 5, episode 25 today. So I'll calculate
Wow.
that out. We'll have a
You're
celebration.
almost
Very close.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So buy some merch.
Wow.
You know where to go. You know what to do.
there. Rob,
you
what's
for-
the
I have
outro?
something to say real quick.
Oh, Andrew, what do you have to say? Yeah.
I've been working on handheld.deals.
Oh, let's take a look.
Tiny little tweak over the
Fake
weekend.
out. Fake
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, let's do it. Handheld.deals, if you haven't heard, is our new deals focused website. So it's a evolution of the dills. Now it's the deals. So let's Kyle Ruggles get Thor back on. Thor gone. I think last I heard he was in Japan. Like living in Japan, doing something. I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, but we do have this handheld.deals. Andrew, this looks awesome. You have like a kind of a dark mode.
Yeah, I got rid of the eye blasting white background because if you open up one of the
Retroid.
any of those and scroll down and wait
That's
for
my
the
desk.
boxes to load.
Oh.
Everything's dark mode now.
Why does this one come with non?
I might have. Oh, because you can't actually. Oh, that's the original menu. I had to fix that.
Oh,
Should have told you to click it.
Did you say non, like the bread?
I thought it came
No,
with
it's-
bread.
It's a. It's,
I
It's
love
like a
non.
null. I figured it's like a null value there or something.
yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, so for the Pocket 5, $224. It tells you how much you save, which is cool, and it's gonna have listed like codes and stuff. I bet your Anbernic is probably a little more fleshed out. Yes, sir. Okay, so yeah, here you have your prices, you have your links, direct, AliExpress, Amazon.
Anbernic, it would look better, a little bit better. Anbernic.
No, this is cool.
There's no AliExpress sale right now, so there's really not too much in the way of savings.
So do you have like just general coupon codes up here? So you have this discount
Mhm.
codes option.
Don't,
that's
don't
gonna-
scroll down. I don't think I updated that yet.
You haven't worked on this one yet? Well, I'm
I
gonna...
don't think the codes. I think I've got the old codes still.
Oh,
in
you
there.
gotta
I haven't-
update
I have to
from the-
update from.
As
the
long as
files
there's
just
non-bread,
ended.
that's all that. We
as
care
long
about.
as there's non-bread.
I
But this
like
is cool.
bread.
This is cool. So you have the codes though you keep in here, and it have if there's an expiration date, you have that, and you have a
And
redeem
you
button.
can
Does
click
that?
that will take you straight to AliExpress. So you click.
Oh, you
the-
can copy. You can
Yeah.
copy the codes, and then you go redeem. Okay.
Don't
It takes you
redeem
to the
them.
site.
You don't need any e-waste.
I have too many handhelds, so yes, I don't want to own this many. So
Just get another.
I know.
But yeah, I just
I
wanted
know.
to point
It's
out.
for you
that
all.
I am working on fixing the things from V1.
This is cool,
slowly
man.
but
This is
surely.
very cool. This.
Yeah. You got mini PCs, storage, games.
We're gonna have more. I'm working on
Gloomhaven. I don't get that deal.
adding like
Ooh.
accessories and stuff.
I don't have this one yet.
Your
It's
that,
free with
that
Prime.
account doesn't have Prime Gaming.
Well, so you have your GOG Epic games. You can all your game redemptions, your free games. So this isn't just deals. This is also free stuff, and your handhelds, of course. I like the logo up there. Yeah, this is really cool, man.
That's getting refreshed. That's getting refreshed also.
So stay tuned on this. Also, Dills is updated for this week, I saw. So all your latest, greatest. There's not an AliExpress, but there is. I saw a huge discount on the Retroid Pocket 4
Yeah,
Pro,
it was. Mhm.
right? It's like a
It's
$40 off.
150 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 150.
I
which
think
is
they're just
cool.
trying to clear out stock at this point.
Okay.
Which is a good deal, though. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of power there, and it can still do a whole bunch of stuff.
Now you're
I think
playing with
AYN's
power.
having I think AYN's having a flash sale still
AYN,
too.
I think,
for
is
20
having a
Yep.
sale too.
It ends
Mhm.
tonight.
Yep.
Wait, AYN? What do they have on sale?
You get the Odin 2 Mini for $359. The Odin 2
Really?
Mini Pro for $359. The Portal is $10 off all three models. You can get a Odin 2 Max for $379. Retails $499.
A Max? Okay. Let's see, AYN. That's rh-go.link/AYN. I want a purple Portal. I don't need it. I already have the black one. I don't need it. So just talk me out of that. But
I want a white mini. I need to get a white mini. That's what
I have the white mini, and I gotta say,
that's what I
Rob,
want.
I gotta say it's nice.
I
I'm not
know.
using it as much as I
want it.
don't use it as much as I want to use it, but it feels good every time I do. But I keep going back to my clamshells. I just the Flip 2 does what I need lately.
You just like slamming those clams.
I like slamming those claims.
Wow.
And
Oh no.
and it's underpowered compared to the AYN. So AYN needs to bring a clamshell. We need to see a clamshell with a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 or a
Oh,
Gen 2. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if AYN did a clamshell? Let's manifest this into existence.
Yes.
Huzzah!
I'm here for that.
All right.
For
All
sure.
right, everybody. Live chat, I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful Memorial's Day. And everyone listening at home, whatever you're doing, once again, if you're sleeping right now, just have the most calmest of dreams. No craziness. Don't think too hard about what Zoo said. And I just hope you all have a great rest of your day, night, whatever you might be doing. And I want to thank you all again so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to stay in the know for all of your favorite retro handhelds. And a special thanks once again to our channel members, our patrons, our subs who make everything here possible for us. Perks with RH start for as little as $3 a month. Join us in our Discord to chat and play games. And join us tomorrow where we're going to be releasing the offline interview with Okayest Gamer, our good buddy up in Canada there, and we chit-chat all about x86. We talk about the Lenovo Legion Go S. We go hands-on with that, and all sorts of other goodness. So until the next time, this has been Stubbs on behalf of Rob, Ban, and Andrew, and electrician Travis, saying, take care of those handhelds, and take care of each other.
Good night, everyone.
Goodbye.
See ya.